Good morning. It's going to wait for people to load up. I got a hot story I've got to talk about today. Let me try this way. Yeah, I got a hot story I got to talk about today, man. This story, it really speaks volumes as to where we are as a country and the lack of real freedoms that we have. So I'm going to let people load up. Maybe they're at work. I might have started just too late. Let's see how we go here. Hey, Roger, good morning, brother. Let's see how we get here. Let's see if let people chime in. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see how this works. I got a really good story I got to tell you guys today. This is this type of story. Okay, Roger says talk. This is the type of story where you realize the lack of freedoms that we have. I'm going to let a little couple more people launch in. But story is, out of New York City, out of New York State, they passed a law yesterday. They brought the law to the assembly. So in New York, they have an assembly and then they have a senate. And so they brought the law to the assembly and the senate at the same time on the same day to get this law passed. And the law passed quickly and efficiently with little to no opposition. The law was passed yesterday in New York City, was a law to wipe away religious exemptions for vaccines. Now, I want you all to understand something. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'm not a pro-vaccination. I'm kind of a guy that I feel like, if you're a parent of a child and that's what you choose not to do, that is your right to do it. That's just my belief system, right? Now, I know there's arguments about, well, Shelley, you're endangering other children. Well, I never understood that argument because I'm not sure, how do you endanger someone that's already had a vaccine? Like, in other words, the children that have vaccines should not be able to get the measles from a child that's unvaccinated or that hasn't been vaccinated. I just never understood that. But I don't want to get down that argument about vaccines versus non-vaccines. What I want to get to is the fact that New York State passed a law taking away religious exemptions. Now, this is probably the last kind of fundamental right, if you talk about rights of women, that a parent and a woman has, to be able to say to the government, no, you cannot put something into my child, I'm not understanding where the left is on this. This is the same state, listen to me, this is the same state that passed an abortion bill where you can abort a baby all the way to full term. They passed that. They cheered. They threw papers up in the air and cheered for that bill. Then that same group of people, when people in Georgia passed a bill for a baby to be aborted, cannot be aborted after after you find, or a heartbeat, basically, technically, can't be aborted. People from in places like New York and California and places like that ran to places like Georgia to yell at us and tell us how wrong we were. And their basic argument was a woman's right to her body. That was their basic argument. Our basic argument on the heartbeat bill and stuff like that is a protection of the infant or the fetus or the baby or the human life. That's our basic argument. So you can have these arguments. But here is a case where in a state where you just passed a law to abort a baby at full term, but you will not give the mother the same right after you say she can have an abortion because that's her right, but you take away her right to raise that baby the way she wants to. But yet no one on the left is screaming about women's rights. No one is saying anything. They're all sitting around saying, yes, this is good. We can't have pandemics breaking out. Well, that's kind of ridiculous. That's stupid. So you can abort a baby. You can kill a baby at full term because it's inconvenient, or you don't like it, or you change your mind, or whatever, financial reasons, whatever the case may be. You're allowing that. You cheer for that. But when that baby is born, that mother does not have a right to say, I'm Jewish, I'm Muslim, I'm Jehovah's Witness, I'm Christian, I'm whatever religion I am, and I don't believe in injecting my baby with foreign substances because it's against my religion. It's perfectly legitimate for the government to say, no, you can't do that because ladies and gentlemen, this is where we are. This is where we are. You have no religious freedoms. You have no freedoms at all. You only have freedoms that which the government deems you responsible enough to have on your own. That's where we are. Good morning, everybody. I love you all so much. I miss you. I'm going to be coming periodically every day, so just keep your phones, Facebook. I don't know how it works, how you find out about these things, but just keep them ready. I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, by the way, Pickens County Tomato Fundraiser tomorrow at 12 noon. I will be up there. Please come up if you're in the neighborhood. If you're around, please come up, hang out. But that's where we'll be tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. God bless you, and I miss you all. Peace.